Alright guys, I got a good problem to solve today. So these guys have been enjoying their shed that I built them, but let me zoom in. It holds water real bad in there, and it gets real muddy. So I'm getting some gravel delivered tomorrow. So I'm gonna do some prep work. I'm gonna scrape out the junk that's in there and then try to kind of grade around the area a little better. Basically the goal is I'm getting 10 tons of 57 stone delivered, so I'm gonna scrape out the junk in there. Then I'm gonna try to grade around it roughly, and then I'll put some fabric down, and then hopefully I can get the truck to deliver like right there. And then I'll have to lock those guys out in their paddock. So see, their current paddock is that way. So I'll have to lock them in there so I can work and have that gate open. But yeah, I want to get them a dry spot, because right now it's supposed to be their dry spot and it's not. So be working on that. So here's a closer up of the, before I do anything. It sort of slopes down that way, but then there's a high spot right there. So I need to kind of strip off kind of where the grass starts, just pull it down, and then get rid of the junk that's in there. But then I think, yeah, and then that also slopes down a tiny bit, so I might be able to pull some of that back. I don't know. I'm gonna mess with it. I'll set the camera up and just work. We'll see. Alright, so I've pretty much got it how I think I want it for right now. I think I'll wait until I get the fabric here to do anything else, but I've got that scraped out. It's pretty nasty in there. And now it really dips down. So I know that the 2x6 on the bottom is level. They're actually all on the same plane. So I know that I need to fill the gravel up probably like to the middle of that 2x6. And then by there, it could be at the bottom. But that's kind of a bowl in there. That's where the mud was real bad. And there's still mud. So that's probably 8 inches on the way back, I would guess. So it needs quite a bit to be filled, but then I scraped this down. So now this slopes down, and so the water should carry that way. All right, today's the day. I'm gonna start working on this now. It's been a few days since I kind of scraped out the muck and graded it down slightly. I've got my gravel delivered now, and I'm gonna put this fabric down. So hopefully, keep a good layer of gravel in there. So I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna start throwing gravel in. Also, I think it's important that you guys see the current state of this thing. So I scooped out the muck, but look, it's already starting to accumulate again, just from them being in here. So yeah, I'm not gonna do much more with the dirt. I'm just gonna start laying gravel on top. And remember, the goal is to go to the middle of that back 2x6. All right, I think that's quite nice in there. I think that's good enough for gravel to start going in. See, it dips down bad in the middle, so a lot of gravels. I'm gonna focus right there. But yeah, I think that's good enough. so here's where I'm at. The camera actually got too hot, so it died. But added a little fabric in front for more of an apron, and I got it roughly, very roughly in there. I pretty much hit the back 2x6 and it slopes down. I gotta shape it a little bit better, but this is definitely better than what it was. There's a bunch of wasps in there, so I'm kind of being a little careful. You'll see up there. So yeah, I gotta do some more fine tuning. But over here, since I have a good little stack of gravel left, I'm thinking, since this is a permanent water area, I'm gonna run some more fabric right there and up against the shed and just have this level, because it slopes down a tiny bit. But yeah, and a high traffic area because that's where they're getting watered, so I'll try it out. All right, well, there's the final product. I think I'm gonna go ahead and stop here. You know, I could keep fine tuning this, but I don't know how much better I can get it, so I think I should stop. But yeah, got a decent slope coming out towards me. And I also went ahead and I covered up my water area. Had plenty of gravel left, so I went ahead and got my permanent water here on top of gravel. So also this was sloping down, so banked that side up, so now this can sit level, fit more water in it. And yeah, I think I'm pretty happy with this, how it turned out. Gotta let the cows back in, see what they think. All right, you guys like it? Is it working? It's good shade.